Welcome children in bio class. Children, you have to study root and anatomy of roots. Root is the underground part of the plant. Underground. Part of plant. Root develops from radicle. Radicle is the embryonic root. Embryonic root is the radicle. So root develops from the radicle. Major function of root is fixation functions of root. First is fixation. It fixes the plant at one place. Second is absorption. Plants absorb water minerals from the soil with the help of root. And third is conduction. Root of the plants absorb water mineral from the soil that is conducted to the leaves. So these three are the main function: fixation, absorption and conduction. Children, you have to study the anatomy of root. Anatomy means internal structure. So how the different tissues and cells are arranged in the root. Root of the plant is differentiated from the stem. In the root, node and internodes are not present. Their lateral appendages are absent. But to study the internal structure of root, you have to cut the transverse section, TS of root. So when you are taking the TS of root, there is a outermost layer. This outermost layer is called epiblema. Epiblema. That is epidermis. It is the outermost layer. It is also called piliferous layer. Piliferous layer. It is made up of thin-walled cells, cuticle and stomata are absent. Unicellular root hairs are present. There are some cells have lateral growth, that is the root hairs. So if you see the structure of epidermis, then its structure is like this. This is the outermost layer, that is called epidermis. Epidermis is uniseriate. After that, their cortex is present. This cortex is made up of thin-walled isodiametric parenchymatous cells. These are the thin-walled isodiametric parenchymatous cells. That is called cortex. So this cortex is made up of parenchymatous cells. The cells are thin-walled, cells are isodiametric, and in between the cell, their intercellular space is present. But in these cells, chloroplasts are absent. These cells have leucoplast, and that leucoplast will store starch. After the endocortex, there is second layer. This is the endodermis. This layer is endodermis. Endodermis, it delimits the cortex. It is made up of closely packed living cells, and these cells have Casparian strips, and just after the epidermis there is a single layer, pericycle. Pericycle is beneath the epidermis. Under the epidermis, it forms outer boundary of primary vascular cylinder. Cortex is the last layer. This endodermis is the last layer of the cortex, but this pericycle is outer boundary of primary vascular bundle. After that, we can get the vascular system. In the vascular system are xylem and phloem. The xylems are edge arch. Edge arch means protoxylem is towards the peripheral regions and metaxylem is towards the central region, like this. Protoxylem has narrow lumen. Metaxylem has wider lumen. So these are the xylem. This is the protoxylem and this one is metaxylem. In between the xylem, there phloem is present. Then in the center is the pith. So pith occupies a very small area in the central part of the root. It consists of thin-walled parenchymatous cells. So children, I explained in the internal structure of root how many layers are. That is, outer layer is epidermis, again cortex, endodermis, pericycle, then after that vascular bundle, xylem and phloem. So these are the different layers are visible in the internal structure of root. You have to study the internal structure, means TS of monocot and TS of dicot root. So what are the differences in between the TS of dicot and monocot? So when you are taking the TS of dicot, in the dicot there is dicot root and monocot root. In the dicot root, their lateral roots arise from the pericycle, but in the monocot, there is no lateral root. In the dicot, pericycle give rise to lateral roots, phylogen, and a part of the vascular cambium. But in the monocot, only lateral roots are coming from the pericycle. Second is vascular bundle. In the dicot, number of bundles are 2 to 6, but in the monocot, number of bundles are 6 to 10, 20. Numerous bundles are. In the dicot, vessels appear angular or polygonal, but in the monocot, vessels are oval or rounded. Connective tissue is parenchymatous in the dicot, but in the monocot, connective tissue is sclerenchymatous. In the dicot, cambium appear as a secondary meristem. Due to that, there is secondary growth in the dicot root. But here, cambium absent in the monocot, therefore, there is no secondary growth. In the dicot, pith is poorly developed, but in the monocot, pith is well developed. So, children, I told internal structure of root, that is anatomy of root, what are the different tissues which are found in the root. So, here in this figure, you can see this side is it is TS of monocot. It is monocot. This is dicot. So, you can compare this dicot and monocot. In both, epidermis is present, root hairs are there, cortex is there, endodermis is there, pericycle also there. But you see, in the monocot, number of bundles are numerous, but in the dicot, number of bundles are less. Their vessels are oval shape or rounded, but here vessels are polygonal or triangular. In the dicot, pith is poorly developed, but in the monocot, pith is well developed.